What is up, DCS crew? It is Carlos back at it today with a hashtag challenge. That's right. This one is called the Big Knife, Small Knife Challenge. This is an open tag, and basically you can tag yourself with the hashtag Big Knife, Small Knife. Then you tag a buddy so that they can show off their biggest knife and their smallest knife currently in their collection, okay, or possession at the time. All right. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show off my biggest and smallest knives. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about both and tag a few people so that they can go ahead and continue this going. Feel free to stick around so you can go ahead and see what my choices are right after the logo. And cue it. Back now. I bet you're wondering why I have my keys out here and I have this kind of cloth over here covering something. Well, this is a knife and there's something over here in this area. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the big knife. So let me take this out of the way and put the big knife right here. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few seconds to maybe guess what this knife is. Maybe about 2-3 seconds. Okay. I'm pretty sure you have no idea what this is, because this is something that has never been on the channel. I kind of showed it off a little bit on my Instagram account, and this isn't something that you will normally see on YouTube videos for a lot of reviewers. It's something that was imported. In fact, it's from a knife company that you don't really hear about often. I met these people at Blade show last year in Blade 2018, and I introduced them to Eric from Outer Limitless, who, you know, I'll touch back on that a little bit later, who actually reviewed one of their products, actually two of their products, and this is one of the ones that they sent over for review. So I've been doing a long-term review on this guy, and my big knife is, wow. Let me go ahead and put it here. Okay, let me see if I can open them here. This is the HT1 from Mr. Blade. Okay, let me see. Whoa. Okay, he kind of poked my logo there. All right, there we go. It shows off the logo right here. It's Mr. Blade. And there's a designation HT1 and the steel, which is D2. Okay, now, just to kind of give you a heads up about the size of this guy. This is my Victorinox Spartan, okay? This is my my Olight S1 baton. And this is the HT1. To be completely honest, this reminds me of, I guess, Mr. Blade's answer to what the Benchmade Adamas would be. Okay, and believe it or not, there are two versions of the HT series. There's the HT1, which is the one you see before you, and the HT2, which is its bigger brother. Yes, there is an even bigger version than this. So we'll start with some specs. This is a stone-washed a D2 steel blade. It's 3.82 inches in blade length, in total blade length. This is black G10. This is actually smoothed out and grooved black G10. It's really nice, with some very, very thick steel liners. I want you to be able to, I want you to see this. These things, that is thick, like Nicki Minaj thick, like, wow. Okay. There is some, oh, let me see if I can show that off for a second. There we go. Okay. Maybe I can show that off here. Okay. The liners have been lightened a little bit. You can see the holes there in the liners to kind of save a little bit on weight, which doesn't exactly help too much, but I'll get to that in a second. This is a liner lock, as you can see. It locks extremely well. Go ahead and show it off real quick. There you go. And as you can see, it is a flipper and thumb stud opening mechanism. The handle itself is 5.12 inches. And overall, we are looking at just under 9 inches. It's 8.9 inches in overall length. Now, the weight on this puppy, this guy was definitely a C-section whenever he came out of the knife mother's womb. He weighs in at 8.43 ounces. Definitely something that you would probably feel in your pants. And if you don't wear a belt, this might actually pull him down a little bit. All right, so great in the hand. I mean, this is a very thick knife, and this is extremely well suited for some heavier duty tasks. The D2 blade steel and just the overall ergonomics and blade shape make it, I mean, a very, very easy to use tool. Okay, you have Torx right here. Let's see, I believe that's a T8 for the screws. And that's for all of the different screws that are here, except for these, which are T6. There's the Mr. Blade insignia. It is tabbed for left and right hand carry, and you can use a flathead screwdriver for that. Now, that's funny because it actually allows me to segue to my little knife. I'll go ahead and put this right here for a moment. And he's on here. This guy. I keep this guy on me pretty much all of the time, except for when I have to travel and get on a plane, and that is probably pretty much it. So as you may or may not know, this is the Victorinox. It's the 58mm classic SD ALOX model. Okay, it's a very toy-like multi-function Swiss Army knife, but it is a knife. And just so you can understand, because a lot of people don't really understand why this is called classic SD. The SD stands for the fact that when you open it, one of the tools that it has, okay, aside from the nail file here, is the screwdriver. This is a small flathead screwdriver. You have, let me pull it out here. You have scissors, which I have used quite a bit, and as you can see, they got a lot of crud in it because they've been in my pocket, and I've been really using them to open up packages and open up strings. I meant to cut string and stuff like that. And aside from that, I also have the pen blade, which is right here. All right, now just so you can see the difference, that is a big difference between, look at that. The blade alone, just the cutting surface alone of the HT1 is about the size of the entire Swiss Army knife, the classic SD. And the reason why I left this open is because if you wanted to go ahead and remove the pivot, you could actually use this guy to mess with the pivot screw right here, okay? So there you go. By the way, the action on this guy is awesome because it has a nice heavy blade. So yeah, putting this to the side. And I kept this on for whatever reason, I don't know why. But yeah, so the Victorinox, and let me put it on this side. Victorinox makes two versions of this. You get the one with the Celador handles, and you have the ALOX version, which is this one. This is that steel. You have Inox steel. It's basically a stainless, I guess you could say surgical steel. Let me see if I can go ahead and show that off. Okay, it's a Swiss-made stainless Victorinox proprietary steel. And the blade itself is actually about 1.5 inches in length. It's called a pen blade. It's a drop point. Okay. The handle itself is a little bit over 2.25 inches. It's 58mm, which translates to about 2.28 inches. The overall length of this little multi-tool, or this knife in this particular case, because it is a Swiss Army knife, is 3.78 inches. So it's a little bit more than 3 3/4 of inches in overall length, and this weighs 0.8 ounces. Okay, 0.8 ounces. That's less than an ounce. That is just crazy light, and it's something that is ideal for a keychain. Like I said before, it has the blade, it has the, go ahead and take this out here, it has a nail file right here that you can use. It has kind of like a little pry, but it's mainly a small flathead screwdriver, and it has the scissors that are right here, okay? It has like a kind of like a little bit of a spring to them. Really, really good. If you end up getting the Celador models, it does have, I believe, tweezers and a toothpick near the top to the bottom. I forgot which one it is. I do have one, but it's a Venga version. It's not Victorinox, okay? So that's why I didn't put that one in here. And it's actually a little bit bigger than this guy. All right, so yeah, there you have it. This is a cool little design. I mean, I love having this on my keychain. That, along with my I1R from the I1R EOS, I believe it's what it's called, from Olight, is a freaking awesome EDC kit that you can always make sure that you have a knife and a light on you wherever you go. And let me tell you, I've snuck in with this into, you know, baseball parks, a lot of places where they require you to go ahead and you know, show off everything that you have, and they don't let knives in anywhere. This is pretty freaking unassuming. I've gone into let me see, water parks, even Disney, with this stuff. So you know, it's very unassuming. And then it's great to have whenever you're in the office. Nobody is really going to look at this and be like, oh my God, what is he doing? You know, you take this knife out, you got to open something up, and this is for, you know, light use, okay? So you're not going to take, you know, something like the HT1 and open up a freaking letter at the office, because HR will call you to their office and you will promptly be terminated for grounds of, yeah, having this crazy unwieldy knife that would make, you know, people who make knife laws, aka Democrats and Brits and pretty much everybody that despise anything that looks like this, very, very scared. Okay, so that is basically it. The big knife, small knife challenge. This is my biggest and smallest knife. This is the Mr. Blade HT1, and this is the Victorinox Classic SD. So that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I am going to be tagging a few people in this video so they can go ahead and do their own version of this, and they can feel free to go ahead and tag me, tag their friends back, but make sure that they put the hashtag in their video, hashtag big knife, small knife. So hashtag big knife, small knife. The shout outs for these tags are going to be to Eric from the Outer Limitless channel. I want to tag paddyspotatopeelers, jackfarmboy, and Jay from everydaycitycarry. So there it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you EDC, it doesn't matter if it's an HT1 or a Classic SD or whatever you choose. Remember, if you EDC, think of DCS. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. In the meantime, you take care. Peace.